Hello everyone, welcome to Java LeetCode series. Today problem number 345, reverse vowels of a string. So given a string S, reverse only all the vowels in the string and return it. So we need to maintain the consonants position as it is. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U and they can appear in both lower and upper cases also. So capital A, E, I, O, U will also come under this category. We'll understand this through the example. So in the example, you can see the vowels are E and O. So in the reverse order, we need to replace the vowels. So the occurrence of vowels is in the first position and also in the fourth position. So we need to place the O in the first position and E in the fourth position. Like E and O would be the order of the vowel, so we need to reverse them like O and E, and we need to place them according to the vowel position. If you see even in here, L E E, so E E, O and D, these are the vowels. So the expected format would be first E should come here and then O. So as you can see O, and later E and E. Okay, so basically they are asking us to take the vowels and we need to reverse them, and again we need to replace them in the vowel places. Okay, we'll try to solve this one. So first of all, we'll create a character array, so char, so that when we are iterating we can store the values in this character array. Let our character array be ch is equal to new char. So the character array length would be s dot length. Okay, so we have created the character array. Then we'll create one counter, int counter is equal to 0. So if we have to happen anything, if we have to happen to create anything, we'll again come back and we'll create the requisite. We'll use the for loop to iterate over the string. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than s dot length. So we are iterating over the length of the string I plus plus. Then we'll check if the given character is an vowel. So for that we'll take s dot char character at ith position, which is the first position. If it is equal to either a or capital E. So E, capital E, A E I. So I and capital I, A E I O. So next we have O, A E I O, A E I O U. So at last we have U. So we are checking if the character from the string, if it is vowel, then we'll Um, okay, we'll create an array list. Array list of character. This is an array list of character. Let this array list be a new array list character. So we are creating an array list. The reason I'm taking the array list is because it is easy to sort the array list. So we can use the a dot reverse. We can easily reverse the vowels. Okay, so we are checking if they belong to vowel. So then what we are going to do? If they belong to vowel, we'll add them to the array list. So we'll use a dot add. So we'll be adding the s dot character it. We'll be adding the value in the array list. Okay, so whenever we are getting a vowel, we are catching it and we are adding it in the array list. Okay, then what if you're not getting a vowel? In that case, else if you're not getting a vowel, then we will add that to our character array. Ch of I, this should be equal to s dot character at I. So if it is a vowel, we are adding it to the character array list, a character list. If it is not a vowel, then we are adding it to the character array. Okay. Okay. So then we are in the. Okay. So this is the for loop thing. Okay. So after the for loop, what we'll do? We will sort the list in the reverse order. So in the reverse order, we have in collections we have collections dot collections dot a collections dot a reverse a dot is it a dot reverse? I'm not sure exactly the function. We'll try this. So we'll try to reverse the characters in the list. Post that again we'll use the same for loop. So I'll copy it again. Control C, same for loop. Control V. Okay. So inside the for loop, we'll keep the bracket closed. Inside the if loop, what we'll do? So uh, the ch array what we have, it's now it contains all the consonants. So we'll add the vowels in the reverse order. So ch of I. So at the corresponding position of the vowel, we'll be adding the reverse order vowel. So ch of I is equal to, we'll take the a dot get something like counter. So the reason I have taken counter is that As you can see, we'll be getting the reverse order first. This is the uh, if it is count, I have initialized with 0, so the counter value will be 0 at first, then 1, 2, and so on. So to increment it, I'll increase it here, counter plus plus. This will increase the value of the counter. Okay, so if this is the if, we'll close even the for loop. So after completion of the for loop, we'll be getting the character array, which is the which will be in the required format. So return new string will convert the character array to string and will return it. Let's see if it works. Oh, it says bad operand types of binary operator. Okay. Okay. So I believe instead of hard coding it here, we can do one more thing. So let's create a string. Let's create a string called as str, which will have the a e i o u, a e i o u, and a e i o u. Okay, so instead of using this big sentence, okay, so if str dot index of s dot char, so this returns an integer if this value is not equal to -1, which means we are getting the first occurrence of the s dot caret I in the str. So if we are that means if it is a consonant, we won't touch this loop, because it says str dot string index. So the first occurrence whatever we encounter, if it is encountered, there will be some numerical value, so that won't be equal to -1. So if we didn't encounter the occurrence itself, it will skip this one because it will be equal to -1. So for consonants it will be -1. For vowels it will enter the loop. The same thing we'll also try for the control C, control V. Okay, let's try to run this. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. What is the mistake that I'm doing here? Str dot s dot character at I. This is the first bracket, this is the second. If it is, sorry, wait, sorry, I have used the extra is equal to, and I didn't use it here. That may be also the reason. This should run mostly. Yeah, I thought I made a mistake here. So what would be the exact collections dot a dot reverse? Maybe it should be collections dot reverse sort a. Okay, let's try to see. Okay, we'll see the method. I think I forgot it. It's the method to reverse list in Java. So let's check in the first one. So we can use this particular method. Think I missed some syntax. Okay. Okay, instead of number, we'll replace it with the list which we have. And at last also I can see it's not, it should be the character which we are printing. Yeah, I believe it runs now and it gets compiled successfully. Yeah, as you can see now, it is getting passed for all the test cases. We will try to submit this. Okay, so you can see we have submitted and it's getting accepted. I believe you guys have understood the code. Let me just reiterate through this once again. So I'll just increase it for the visibility. So we are creating a character array and a list of characters. So we are having the str value as the vowels lowercase and uppercase. We are iterating the string through the for loop and we are checking if there is any first occurrence of the vowel. So if there is any occurrence, we are adding it to the list which we have created. If that is not the scenario, we are adding the consonants at the character array. So then we are reversing the list where we are collecting all the vowels. Okay, so if it is A, E, I, O, U, then the reverse would be U, U, O, I, E, A. I hope you guys have got this one. So then again, I'm using the same for loop, which will iterate through the string. But this time, if it is a vowel which we encounter, then we are adding it to the character array where we had empty vowel places. So we have used the counter so that we need to iterate through the list. So we have used the counter and we are incrementing it. At last, we are returning the character array in the form of string. Yeah, thank you. Please let me know if you guys do have any doubts regarding the problem in the comment section.